The first fly we're going to tie is called the Shag Nasty Wiggler. I developed the Shag Nasty Wiggler years back because I wanted to fish a fly in the winter, spring, fall, you know, for all the steelhead that come up the rivers. You can fish this in clear, cloudy water. This is one fly that I'll bring them in for you. Go ahead and using a Daiichi hook right here. We're going to go ahead and start it off, and as you see, instead of cutting the thread, I'll go ahead and just pop it off. For the first piece of material I'm going to be using is a rabbit face, and what I like to do is on this Shag Nasty Wiggler, I'll use the outside of the rabbit face right here. You can see in the inside it's a little bit of harsher hair, a little bit coarse, and right here you got it's a little bit more fluffy, and it gives this fly real good action. I'm going to go ahead and just trim some off. What I like to do too is I'll pull the excess hair off just to make it a nice tail here. I'll go ahead and trim it off. I'm going to go ahead and start this on the back here. We'll wrap forward just to get all of our material down, then we'll wrap backwards just like so. Then after that, we're going to go ahead and use another tail. This would be the tip of a tail here. I like using chartreuse, or right here we have some pink. Let's go ahead and use this pink here. Depending on the water clarity is kind of determines what kind of tail you like to put on here. We're going to go ahead and lay that down and go ahead and tie this on here. I like to do about 3 wraps right in the back to just secure everything. And next I've got the pheasant tail feather here, and what I did, I treated it with polyurethane spray. It's clear semi-gloss. This lasts forever. You can use Flexi Mint. There's so many different products you can use, but that's one thing. It's cheap and inexpensive. It goes a long way. I'm going to go ahead and take apart, cut this feather here. You don't want it too wide because this is going to be our wing casing here. I'm going to go ahead and flip this upside down. I'm going to go ahead and cut it. I'm going to start it right here on the back here. I'm going to just tie that down about 3-4 times. Then what we're going to do is grab some dubbing here. This dubbing here, pretty coarse dubbing. Let's see, I just wetted my finger just to start spinning this on, and when you start spinning this on, you can use wax, but using wax you know, kind of gets in the way sometimes. So I just don't even fool with it, because if you're getting ready to go fishing, you want to tie up some flies, you want to do it the quickest way possible, and this is one of them. I'm going to go ahead and, after we dub a little bit, we're going to go ahead and come back in here and take a little bit of our rabbit face off. Clean it up a little bit. Trim it. Put it on top here, fasten it down. About 3-4 good wraps, nice and tight. Make sure it's up on top there. And then we're going to go ahead and grab some more of our dubbing. Dub a little bit more. I like to leave it loose. You can see that it's not super tight around the thread. It's just nice and loose. Gives it that more of a buggier look to it. I'll go ahead and wrap this right here. Come back. Grab a little bit more rabbit face here. Actually, let's get like a little bit more white. There we go. Yeah, it's going to look nice. Trimming it up. Putting it right on top here. Okay, now after we do that, you can see it's laying down, and you want to take your scissors or your bodkin, spread it out a little bit, bring it right through, right on top of there. It's going to be your wing casing. After you wrap it about 3 times, you're going to go ahead and fold this over and wrap it a few more times here. Now what we're going to go ahead and use is the pheasant aftershaft feather. You're going to find this on the feathers of your pheasant on the back there, and you just pluck this right after the feather comes off. So you're going to tie this on, and now when you tie this on, go ahead and I just like leaving it on just so it's all out of the way. We're going to come in here, get our bead chain eyes. Now to tie these bead chain eyes, I like to do about 4 or 5 times one way, and then I'll come back and tie it 4 or 5 times the other way. Then I'll do my figure 8 right here. Alright, now that's all put in. I'm going to go ahead and spin this around. You got to be real light on this, because these aftershaft feathers here will break in a heartbeat. So we got it on there nice and safe. Now I've got some crystal dub here. It's got some flash on it. This is what I like to do my head with. Not too much. Go on the back side here, and then do a nice section there. Then we're going to go ahead and bring our feather down here. Alright. Wrap this here. Wrap it a couple times, and we're going to go ahead and do our whip finish. About 4 times. Go ahead and do another 4 or 5 turns. Cut it. I'm going to go ahead and put our head cement on here a little bit. There you go. It's the Shag Nasty Wiggler.